Hey everyone, today I'm going to be sharing with you things that I am bringing for our Disney World trip for my kids. These are things I brought on my last trip and I absolutely love them. These are some things I really wish I had, so I'm sharing them with you guys so you don't miss out. So let's get started. The first thing are just these blister cushions. You just stick these on to the back of your shoes and they will prevent that extra friction that causes those terrible blisters. These are great for adults and kids. I wouldn't use these on little kids' shoes. They'll probably be a bit too big, but I've used these personally on my own and they absolutely work great and they're very comfortable. I also recommend just a personal mini fan, depending on how many you need, just as much as you need for your family. I know some people love the heat, some people don't. This works pretty well. I just got this off Temu. If you do not have the app already and you're from Canada, I'll have my affiliate link down below. It'll save you 30%, and I'll also have my codes down for the Farmland and Fishland game if you play those as well. And yeah, I just really love this fan. It was very affordable. I definitely recommend checking out that. Now, say that you just got these new cute shoes and you have not had time to break them in, then I recommend these because they cover quite a bit of your feet and they're just so comfortable and squishy. I use these for a pair of my golden gooses and it just really takes off that period of having to break in your shoes. And then I also do Vaseline on the toe area. It just prevents some friction, and I know a lot of people use that for their thighs too. Anywhere they rub, we always have Vaseline with us and it's very helpful. But yeah, this is great if you have not had time to break in new shoes. Something I will always recommend is extra hair products, especially if you're like myself and you have a daughter that's just always taking your extra products that you bring with you, like hair clips and hair ties. Make sure you always pack some extra ones, especially if it gets so humid or rainy, you just might want to get your hair out of your face. These are just great to have. I like a nice have a big scrunchie and a hair clip. And like I said, just bring more than you think you'll need. Something I wish I brought our last trip towards the end was vitamin C, because we all end up getting very ill one by one, myself and my daughter at the end of our trip, and then the boys once we got home. So definitely recommend bringing just your supplements that you'll take on the regular. You can talk to your doctor about which ones you should be taking, and I know vitamin C really helps us, so definitely bring that this time around. A spare brush, because sometimes you are going on these crazy rides, especially your kids, and your hair's looking wrecked, but you still want to get some more pictures, so I definitely recommend bringing a brush with you. Something else we love is cooling towels. I showed it in one of my previous videos. Those are great. They work so nice on the very hot days, and my kids just love wrapping it around their shoulders and relaxing. Something else I recommend is just Disney gift cards for those kiddos' monies, because it's just so much better than cash, trust me, especially when they're in a line holding it up trying to figure it all out, especially if it's not their typical currency. Just pick yourself up some Disney gift cards. You'll thank me later. It just makes it so much easier, and you could just keep track of it all online. And I heard at the end of the receipts it's also printed what you have left over, so really recommend this. And maybe like a Sharpie so you can write down the amounts too to keep track of it. So yeah, definitely recommend Disney gift cards. Something else I recommend is gravel, because your kids might be typically great, but Disney could really be something else when you eat all that junk food and go on rides, or even just the heat. It can make you feel really nauseous. So I recommend gravel for all ages, even yourself, because you just never know, and it's better to have it and not need it, and then instead of need it and just not have it. You could go to the Disney first aid centers, but it's just nice to be able to take it when you need it, and also pick your preferable brand. Something else I recommend bringing for kiddos is just raincoats, because you just don't want them dealing with umbrellas. Kids just seem to break umbrellas so easily or bump into people, so raincoats to me are just a better option. Something else I'll recommend is magic bands, because to get on the rides, if you're doing the fast passes, you will need to be scanning that card, which is a pain to go in your wallet and get it out. So it's just so much easier if you have magic bands, especially even just getting into the parks. It's just so much more convenient, and then you could get the ones that light up. It's just a little extra fun something. And I definitely recommend getting those for kids, even though it does seem like a bit of a splurge. You could use them on your future trips, and my kids also just think they're cute to wear, so really recommend those. Speaking of the blisters, I definitely recommend bringing shoes that you already love. No one is going to be paying attention to your feet, so if your kiddos have these beat up shoes, just take a magic eraser to them. It's not going to get everything off, but it'll freshen them up a bit. I think it's way better than buying new shoes they haven't really had a chance to break in. Like I said, you can buy stuff to help, but comfort is really going to be key, especially if you want to keep your kids from getting cranky and really exhausted. I would just bring their true like comfy shoes that they wear on the daily. Something else I recommend, even if you don't have a little toddler, is a wet bag. These are great if you have a toddler that needs a smaller potty seat. You can just pack it right in here, spare extra clothes, even your kids or yourself, you can put like extra socks for them. It's just nice to have that wet bag on hand. If you do have room for it, I would say it's not essential unless you did have a kid that does need that like smaller potty seat, then it is very helpful. My other recommendation is just to take breaks if you need it. I know you might feel like, oh, I need to get this and this done, but your day is going to be so much more enjoyable if you're resting up and just even just soaking up the atmosphere while you take a break. So don't be in a hurry to do this, and that you will have time. I would say as long as you get to the parks by 9, and if they close at like 11, you're going to be able to do basically everything you want, especially if you're using any like Genie or DAS Pass system. I will have a video up on the DAS Pass system because our family does use it, and I will like to give you guys some information on that because it is a little confusing. And it is very helpful if you do have a family member that needs it, so make sure you are subscribed so you can see that video. I recommend that's currently in my stroller that I always keep there is their Apple tracker, because it's very helpful so you do not lose your stroller. You can even put in your kids like backpacks. I highly recommend Apple trackers. Like I said, you just give your kids like a little fanny pack, backpack, just plop in there. It's going to give you a lot of peace of mind knowing that you could track them at any given time that you may need to. And it's also great to have in your stroller if you do have a larger family like myself. Anyways, I hope you guys found all these tips and items helpful. Maybe you'll purchase a few and it'll help you out. I will do more videos like this because there's so much I could talk about. And yeah, I hope you guys found it helpful. Make sure you thumbs it up if you did. Also, if you're interested in these ears, I will be selling them at the end of September, beginning of October. Make sure you check out my Instagram because I'll be linking my Etsy account to that. And each ear is absolutely unique and they're much more comfortable than the ears you get at the parks. Also, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. And yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know what some of your favorite things to bring for your kids are at the parks, or if you think there's anything else I should check out. And yeah, I hope that this will help you on your future trip. Bye!